If the French government or the French intelligence agency want to have a backdoor or a way to access private user messages, what would you say to them? Is there anything they can do to get access to the private user messages?
Nothing. My response will be very clear. But it won't be very polite, so I'm not sure
it's good to say here.
It's good to say because you're wearing a tie and
yeah, it's a serious adult gentleman-like program. Yeah, but that is a concern that people have is when you have so much pressure from governments that over time they'll wear you down and you'll give in. And then, of course, other places use that as propaganda to try to attack you. You get attacked by basically every nation. So it's a difficult medium in which to operate. It's difficult to be you, fighting for freedom, fighting to preserve people's privacy. But is there something you could say to reassure people that you're not going to sacrifice any of the principles that you've just expressed if the French government just keeps wearing you down?
I think the French government is losing this battle. This battle is wrong. The more pressure I get, the more resilient and defiant I become.
Yeah.
And I think I have proven that in the last several months when there were attempts to use my situation being stuck here in France by approaching me and asking me to do things in other countries, blocking certain channels, changing the way Telegram works. And not only I refused, I told the world about it. And I'm going to keep telling the world about every instance any government, and in this case, in particular the French government, tries to force me do anything. And I would rather lose everything I have than yield to this pressure. Because if you submit to this pressure and agree with something that is fundamentally wrong and it violates the rights of other people as well, you become broken inside. You become a shell of your former self on a deep biological and spiritual level. So I wouldn't do that. There are probably other people in the world that would consider that. But I don't care. Telegram disappears to something people don't understand, including in this intelligence services or governments. I don't care. I'll be fine if they put me into prison for 20 years, which, let's be clear, it's not something that I think is realistic. But let's just think about it as a hypothetical situation. I would rather starve myself to death and die there, reboot the whole game, than do something stupid.